Hi students, this is Mr. Stivers. Thanks for checking in on the YouTube channel. This is a brief tutorial on how to complete a practice log, and this will be applicable for any 6-week for the 2015-2016 school year. So without further ado, let's begin. So if you open up your browser, and if you've got Crosby already as a tab, you can do so. If not, the URL is easy. It's just crosbyband.com, and our home page pops up. So students and parents, if you were to find the practice log, it's on the student page. So you would click students and scroll to the very bottom, and here you have practice logs. So you'll see how this is accomplished on Windows. For Macintosh, it would be similar. Granted, if you have Microsoft Excel or Pages, those would work and be compatible. So, but for Windows, when you click practice logs, this will come up, and students, you will want to click Save As. Otherwise, you're just opening, and it might not save to your actual desktop or whatever folder you want to save it to. So if you click Save As, you can choose where you want that destination. So I'm going to click Desktop, Save, and then down here at the bottom, after it's saved, you would want to click Open. I'm going to expand the window here. So this is the first grading period practice log. Students, up here at the top, you will notice that it says practice log for the first grading period is due Friday, September 18th. Students are expected to practice a minimum of 90 minutes per week, which totals 540 minutes by the end of the grading period. So you will click there in that column and type your name. For grade level, it's a drop-down option, so it's either 6th, 7th, or 8th. Okay, in field A, in this column right here, you'll notice the date, which the start of our grading period was August 12th, and then the end of our grading period is Friday, September 18th. So whichever days you practice, that's up to you. But again, if you factor in that average of 90 minutes per week, that's where you're going to get your 540 minutes total for the first grading period. And if it's over, that's great. So amount of time, for the first week, I actually gave all students credit. So students, if you can, on the 12th, 13th, 14th, all the way through the 16th, just factor in somewhere at 1.90 minutes. I'm giving that to all students because we were still issuing instruments for some students. If you go to the long tones column, students, you know what that is, and this is just a check system for you to remind yourself that you're supposed to be doing what we do in class also at home. So for long tones, you would click yes. For scales, you need to make sure you're practicing those, and articulation studies, yes. This is just for accountability's sake, so if you check no, thank you for being honest, but it just is a reminder that these are things that are going to help you as a musician. And then in this column, this is where repertoire. So this can involve anything from your method book stuff. So whether it's red, blue, or green, I would say green book, and then the line number. What else I may have practiced that day. So sheet music, whatever the title of the sheet music is, please be specific, and so forth. For those who take private lessons, reminder that for you, by the way, I'll show you really quick, you are to click the private teacher form. And this comes up. And you're actually to print this off and take this to your private teacher and have that complete and also turn in by the deadline for the 6 week, which would be this Friday, September 18th. And it does require your private teacher to sign a date, you to sign a date, and a parent to sign a date, and I'll plug in your 6-week grade right there. But back to the practice log itself. If you notice at the bottom, it tabulates your total time. So when the 18th arrives, parents, you have the option to either print this off and sign right here, or if a parent decides to email it to me, they would just electronically type in their name and the grade level of their child again, just so I can see. It helps me organize my papers better. And then obviously you want to click save when you're updating. So that's how you complete a practice log. Parents and students, if you have any more questions about how to do this, you can always hit the contact page, and if you click this, it'll bring up your default application for email, Or if you'd prefer to just email through the page itself, you can click this, type your name. Even if you don't have email, you could just do that, subject, and then the message, and you click send, and now we'll get an email notification. So thanks so much for your time, and again, if you have any more questions, feel free to contact me.